boy. I'll be right there for you. All right, let's see if it's working. Hello, hello. I'm going to test volume. Always fun stuff. Hmm. It does not show that I'm live. I wonder why not. All right. Don't walk away, boy. I'll be right there for you. It says I'm live. Let's test this. Yep, there it is. All right, no more singing. That's enough of that. And let's get this video camera working. Hey there. While I am messing with the video camera, I am going to play this short and see if the sound works.
This book would not have been written had it not been for her.
Yes. Okay.
She's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter. Julissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her,
yes,
that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback.
Congratulations
I think she's
again, Melissa.
a very dynamite woman boss, and this book would not have been written had it not been for her.
Yes.
She's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter. Julissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But
we're good.
She's one of those people, if you know her.
All right. This is a short on my YouTube channel. I am on my YouTube channel right now. And congratulations again to my first published author from the book Doula. This is Melissa Bloom's book, Queen Bee Chronicles, and it is available on Amazon right now. Who am I? Why am I even here? Hey, my name is Julie Nixon. I am on social media as the Social Work Expat. If you are finding me for the first time, hi, welcome. This is my virtual Sunday brunch. I love brunch. I find going to brunch with friends to be one of the most fun activities of the entire week. And I did not even know that such a thing existed until after I stopped going to church every Sunday, which is what I grew up with. It was our ritual, it was our religion, obviously, and it took all of our time. But I love brunch. So I thought I would take brunch conversation and bring it to social media. That's why I'm here. What do I talk about during Sunday brunch? I talk about who I am. I talk about the perfume I'm wearing for the week. I look for any AI lessons that I can give. And I think I got one for today because last week I thought it would be a good idea to put my book doula services to work for myself and gave myself a challenge that I would go from idea to publication in 1 week. And today is the update on that. So that's what I'm doing for AI. Usually I talk about crafts as well because I have a craft with me, but because I'm not at home, I don't have that. And usually I talk about my lashes, I'm going to skip that this morning as well because I have a training that I need to attend, which is why virtual brunchy is so early this particular week. Hopefully next week it'll go back to our regularly scheduled 2:15. I do like a nice afternoon brunch. It's much more leisurely. So let me make sure that I am looking at the chat. All right. I'm going to talk about the perfume. I chose this perfume because I had a sample with me and also in honor of Lunar New Year. This is the Harmonist's Moon Glory. This is a sample that I got from Scent Split, and I actually got two samples I got from the Harmonist from Scent Split. I got Moon Glory and I also got Hypnotizing Fire. I initially got the samples for Hypnotizing Fire as an Aries and someone who has many fire placements in my birth chart based on what someone told me. I thought it would be a good idea to get Hypnotizing Fire. I actually enjoy Moon Glory much more. This is a this is why I got this little tiny sample. This is a very expensive perfume, but it smells calming, smooth. There is an edge of etherealness to it, and it has a hint of a fruity smell, but not too fruity. And very much, it says it's unisex, but I don't know. Maybe with a man's body chemistry, it would smell different. But to me, it is very feminine leaning. So that is the perfume I have on for today. I got a question this morning in my LinkedIn email box. And I will address that after I talk about the outcome of the 1 week idea to publication challenge. Let me show an overview of what a 7-day book is. Not a book writing plan, it's a book publishing plan. And let me go back to just this overview here. So last week, if you were here and saw that the AI chatbots were, I put this idea into two AI chatbots and I only showed one on last week. And they all said, "You're crazy. It can't be done." But I insisted, and because I insisted in a follow-up prompt, they're like, "Well, if you insist, this is what you would need." This is a distillation of what would be needed for a 7-day idea to publication book challenge. This is also all of the steps outlined that you would need to go from your book idea to publication. So this can be extrapolated to any number of days. I thought, why not make it 7? So, yeah, about that. The machine was right again. And I have done several things in the past looking at whether the machine was right or not right. And the machine was right again. You know, sometimes for feasibility studies, taking what the machine says and going with it might be the best idea, but everything is considered impossible until it's done. I am going to continue working on this. I streamed last night. I am at day 3 with an idea that I started last night. I'm not going to restart the clock, but I am going to say that I'm going to continue this process until I get to my 7 days from idea to publication. and it's doable. I know it's doable, even if the machine says it's not. And even if I didn't get it the first time, it's doable. Now, I am going to try to get back to the right window. I'm so proud of myself that I started this stream on time. Technical difficulties were not in the way today. I might be getting the hang of this after 7 months. Before I start running my mouth about I am going to give my usual little chat. This right here, it's a cell phone. Most of us have these, and every single day we hold in our hand more computing power than it took for us to get to the moon. We can do so much with these machines that we hold in our hands now. And it is just a matter of thinking of what you would like and then finding the right AI tools and the right people to help you get your idea into a finished product. All right, now I'm going to run my mouth. First, I am going to quickly address by asking the question I usually ask, which is I'm going to go back here really quick just to go back to this. Who is benefiting from the story that you are telling yourself? And usually I use other people, other people's stories as examples. Today, I'm going to use my own. And I don't usually do that, but I am going to. So, who is benefiting from the story that I have been telling myself? In a way, the younger version of me was benefiting from the story that I was telling myself, but also not. What am I talking about? All right. This very old, very antiquated looking PDF that is showing up on screen is one of my senior projects. This was my university scholar project. I decided that I was going to make a magazine. This is from, whew, I forgot that picture was there. This is from 1999, 2000. So at this point, we're looking at a 20, ooh, ooh, that hurts to say, a 24 to 25-year-old document. It took me a year and a half to generate this one magazine issue. I made a physical version, printed version. I made a CD-ROM version. Oh my goodness, a lot of these things are antiquated technology. And here is the PDF version. I learned Adobe Photoshop. I actually went off for the National Student Exchange. I went off to Hunter College to take journalism classes. I took a history of jazz class. I took a genealogy class. That was a fantastic class. And an Adobe Photoshop class to learn the skills that I needed to manipulate these documents. I believe I also took a desktop publishing class. I'll have to find my transcript so that I could learn how to use dun, 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 Quark Express to make this magazine, right? Look at that. It even has a review from D'Angelo's Voodoo. That is, I saw on social media 24 years ago. And shout out to my oldest friend who was featured in this magazine. She is now doing wonderful, fantastic, amazing things as a VP up in Boston. Love you. So, why am I showing this? Way back in the 1990s, I thought that I was like a bright and shining star. I thought that I was going to do amazing things and make a great splash. I wanted to be a professor, and I actually wound up as a university scholar. I was one of only 17 university scholars chosen at the University of Connecticut, and I actually got two citations from the state of Connecticut. I couldn't find them all, and I was actually looking for them for a different reason. Couldn't find them all, so I went and asked the Connecticut State Library librarian for some help, and they mentioned that on the Connecticut General Assembly page, I have three results for my name. It's actually 1994. I testified in front of the state assembly for the Connecticut, hold on, CSLA, Connecticut Student Leadership Assembly. I remembered that. Then in 1998, I got my first citation from the state of Connecticut. And in 2000, I got my second citation from the state of Connecticut. I actually have three, but that's not why I'm giving this story. Testifying in front of state legislatures, doing all of the things that would get me onto the track to become a professor. That was my goal. And I had to get my daughter to send me this. This is one of the citations. This is for, I think, the third annual Scholars Day. This is the 2001. Why am I showing this? Am I showing this to brag? Maybe a little bit. But I'm actually showing this because all of that thinking that I was a bright and shining star ended for me in July of 2001. I wound up going to the University of Pennsylvania, and um, I was in not the right program for me. I took that as a personal failure when the version of me right now, 20 plus years later, I can understand that I was in an environment that was not supportive to my growth and development. And what I did for the next 23, 22, okay, for the next 22 years, I fell back. One of the reasons that I fell back, and I'm going to just put this up just to have something up that's not my little citation. One of the reasons that I fell back is because I am the mom of twins, and my twins were born in June of 2002. My daughter is the older of my twins. I have a boy and a girl, and she had some developmental delays and some challenges. I also had some relationship challenges. That led to me moving back to my childhood home at age, what's it, 26? 26, I think. Well, all of the idea that I was a bright and shining star went away. And what I did was I withdrew into survival mode. I was a mom first, a caregiver to a child with special needs, and I needed to bring in income because my income was our only income. And so, what I went to do was I fell back to the jobs that I knew I could get. And in this particular corporeal form, the jobs that I was able to get, no matter testifying in front of, who cares? No matter going to an Ivy League, who cares? You know what I got paid to do? I got paid to type. Do you know what I still get paid to do? I get paid to type for my 9 to 5. So, who was benefiting from the story that I was telling myself? My employers, 100%, because I was in survival mode. Now, my children are grown. I think I did a pretty good job. They are well adjusted, thriving adults. I made sure that they had the stability that they needed, and they never lacked for anything. Uh, I don't think they even missed a single field trip because I didn't have the money. On the flip side, I didn't have money for socks for myself, but I'm here, and because I am no longer in survival mode, that level of stability is there. And I've been in environments to see the possibilities that are out there. I have changed the story. And now I am benefiting as well as other people are benefiting from the story that I am telling myself. What story might that be? Well, I am the only AI certified social worker in the United States, possibly in the world. And I have been using what I have learned by experimenting with AI tools to help people write their books. If that is something that you might be interested in, and you might want a personalized custom book writing plan, I am available and happy to help. I have helped thousands of clients as a social worker, and I have a pretty good number of very cool clients that I am helping with customized book writing plans and accountability partner support. If that's something that you might be interested in, I can be reached at mybookdoula@gmail.com. That is mybookdoula@gmail.com. Or if you're on LinkedIn and seeing this, my LinkedIn has a DM. It is open, and I am always available to chat. Now, back to, because I tell stories. Usually I tell stories about other people, but I thought I would tell Who's benefiting from the story that I'm telling myself? Now, back to the regularly scheduled 1 week publication challenge. So, last night, we got up to this point using Canva. And what I showed last night was that you are able to use Canva as opposed to Quark Express, which I used 20 something years ago, to format, and I'm going to close this, to format your book cover and to format the contents of your book. And I'm just waiting for this to come through. Did I clear it out? I cleared it out. Let me go back to the projects here in Canva because I can bring up the ebook that I've already made. It is a version of a report that I can depersonalize. I customize the report. I can depersonalize that report, and then I can upload that as an ebook. Most people who are writing ebooks use Amazon's KDP. And last night, okay, I'm going to click this right here and wait for it to come up. So last night, I showed this report, and this was made with an ebook template from a very successful ebook author. The money that I spent for her ebook and audio teaching was totally worth it. I would absolutely recommend it. Um, if not for the teaching, just for the template alone. So this is a very short ebook that answers a very particular question that the nonprofit foundation that I was with that was looking to reorganize. This answers their specific questions. And Canva, see this little crown here? Canva is an AI tool, if you did not know. And last night, I also mentioned that Grammarly is an AI tool. There are several AI tools that people use every day and don't know that they're using it. So I'll run quickly through these various steps, and then I'm going to go get ready for the last day of this training. If you extrapolate the 7 days and you just turn this into steps, right? It's 7 steps to go from an idea to a publication. These are the steps. You want to work on researching and outlining. I gave 2 parts of a 7 day plan for the writing. So start your draft and finish your draft for days 2 and 3. You can just crunch those into their own step if you would like. Then you're going to self-edit with AI tools. The tools that I talked about last night were Grammarly and Hemingway. Then here's where you're going to need a little bit of outside help. You can either have, or you can also have, it's not either or, it's and, you can have beta testers, beta readers for your book draft. And you can also get professional editing help. There are various levels of professional editing and proofreading. There's developmental editing, which I do for my clients. And then there is just regular editing. I have edited and revised so many documents that have gone to the federal government, that have gone to state governments, discharge summaries that go to the courts and state governments. So many. And then the next step, this is for day 5, since all you're doing is sending out your work, you got to do some work for yourself, is to start formatting and designing your book. And you can crunch day 5 and 6 for the work you're doing together, because then day 6 was designing the book cover. And as you can see here, right, formatting and designing and the book cover can be all together in one step, but I separated them because the book cover you would need to use if you don't have artistic ability like me, I don't, and you need a little bit of help, you can use text to image generator AI tools for your book cover work. And that is actually, I'm going to go back up here. That is where this fun little image came from last night. This one came from Playground AI. Playground AI is a free text to image AI generator tool that, in its terms, allows you to use the images that you generate, even on the free version, for commercial purposes. There's a little more that goes into that, but if you would like to know more, you can hit me up. I'm happy to give more information in a consulting context. And once you have your book cover and your formatted, finished book, no matter the length, right, it is ready for publishing. If you are self publishing, you are more than likely going to be using one of the self publishing platforms. The most popular one and the one that people talk about the most is Amazon's KDP platform. And I was thinking that I would like to do an audio version of my publication. That is what I was talking about last night. After I got off camera, a little bit more digging, I found out that yes, that is possible, but using Audible's service, I would need to have my ebook uploaded first. So it's actually a two-step process to get an Audible audiobook into Audible's system. You need to have an ebook first. And so I learned something last night that will help me with my publishing process. And those are the 7-day steps. You can change and morph these. You can put some of these together however it works best for you. And depending on the amount of time that you have, you can tailor how much time you take for starting and finishing your draft and the researching and outlining. This first bit right here, days 1 through 3 of the 7-day process, take the most time. And that's where the meat of any writing happens anyway. But AI tools can make that process go faster. Another thing that can also make the process go faster is if you have, get rid of that, and let me check because I haven't even checked to see if there are any. there, Melanie. Hey, Melanie. You and I have you and I have got some business to attend to because I will hit you up later to let you know, but I think I am going to need some coaching. And because you can see me, you can tell that I move around too much, and I would love some presence coaching from you. So, definitely looking forward to that. All right, back to this. If one of the things that can help move this process along faster for you is if you have material. This 25-year-old magazine that I made, I can turn this into an ebook. This report, this customized report that I made, I can generalize the information and turn this into an ebook. The benediction that I do at the end of every one of my virtual brunchies, I can turn that into a publication. And that's actually what my plan was last night. This is all just dummy stuff right here, but taking what I have, taking what you already have, and turning it into something that benefits you is absolutely what we need to do. Oh, thank you, Melanie. You have a genius inside of you. And this is something I say every week. So I'm going to bring this on home. Thank you for joining me if you've joined. And there is a genius inside of you. AI can help bring that genius out. Sometimes we need a little bit of help knowing what our genius is. Sometimes we need a little bit of help to know what we can do with what we already have. One of my superpowers as a social worker is that I am very good at listening and getting resources for people. And that's what I do for my clients now. If that is something you're interested in, subscribe and follow along on Sundays because I'm going to run my mouth some more. If that is something that you're interested in for customized support, I am very, very happy to help you with that. I am so excited for my current clients, and I am so excited for my future clients. The world is so much wider than we've ever known. And with the help of generative AI and AI tools, the world is open for you as well. I would love to be part of your process, even if it is just listening to me ramble on about moon glory and asking every week, what is the story that you're telling yourself and how is that benefiting you? If it's not benefiting you, who is it benefiting? And I'm going to bring this to a close. I am so glad that I had the time to spend with you all today, and I'm going to move back over here. And I'm going to give my little benediction from brunch. If nobody has told you this week, you look fabulous. You smell even better. I hope that you are able to hear some beautiful music, encouraging voices, including your own. I hope that you are able to enjoy a real brunch, that you eat some delicious food that is satisfying to your palate and your tummy. I hope that you are able to reach out and touch people who love and care for you during this Valentine's week. I hope for you that you are able to walk into rooms and situations that are safe and affirming for you always. Please remember that there is someone who cares about what you have said. That idea, that one, the idea that you mentioned in the work meeting, if nobody else acted like they heard it, I heard it, and it was a good idea. If you are looking for someone who is an encourager and who is a cheerleader and also who will kick your butt once or twice, but in a nice way so that you can accomplish your goals and so that the story that you tell yourself benefits you, hit me up. I am available. And if you are just looking for somebody to chit chat with or go to brunch with because I love brunch, I'm available for that too. I love brunch. If I am in your local area and once I get back home, I'm going to go to brunch too, hit me up. I'm available for that as well. I wish you all good things and I hope that you have a wonderful week. I will see you next time. Take care.